Karate Kid Legends, man. As a Karate Kid fan, I actually had fun watching this movie.
Wow, nice.
I had fun watching it. I'm not saying overall it was a very, very, very good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that as a Karate Kid fan, it was a pretty good Karate Kid movie. One thing I appreciated with it, I love that this was the first Karate Kid that came in and actually knew how to fight. And when he knew how to fight, this kid knew how to fight.
The scenes look cool. I saw clips.
Oh, yeah. There were a lot of pretty good, well-shot fight scenes. And one of the coolest things that I appreciated was I really do feel like Jackie Chan had a very heavy influence on like the stunts that were going on along with the fight style. Because the kid his mannerisms were just like a young Jackie Chan or even like an older Jackie Chan from like Rush Hour, thinking like Shanghai Nights or something. Like, I appreciated that. And I loved it. Like, and it makes sense too because he was trained by Mr. Han in, I believe it was Hong Kong? I forgot where they were, but in Mr. Han's dojo. And I appreciate that Mr. Han's fight style rubbed off on him, and you could definitely see it like fully in that movie. Like, there were so many fight scenes where I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. But there was a surprising thing that happened in that movie that they didn't that they didn't or hid in trailers. So this is a spoiler. Just in case, do you mind if I spoil
I literally don't care.
All right. So, you know how there's always a love interest in all these Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, whatever type movies?
Yeah.
The love interest dad apparently was a retired boxer. And he saw, because he was in trouble with some money in the movie, and these guys were going to jump him, like, you know, like land loading sharks or something. And the kid helped, like, defended him, like, fought these guys off. And the guy goes, yo, can you train me? And this is in, like, the beginning, middle of the movie. And all of a sudden, it makes this cool, like, montage, like a training montage of him training the dad how to fight. That's and become cool. A little bit more, like, agile and more flexible as a boxer. Because he could fight, too. But it was cool to see him train him, and even the music that was going on. I was like, wow, this was unexpected. Like, wait a minute. I was thinking, like we were going to get into the whole, like, oh, bully, you run in the bully challenges you, and then you take it. But it was really cool to see him train the dad, get him ready to fight, like, just to come back out of retirement. And then being able to see him do all this stuff. Because he did a really cool thing, the what's it called? The standing still punch or something?
Oh, yeah. It's like, I saw the clip where he, like punches it across it, but he,
boom.
like, all the power is not in, like, the...
Yeah.
It's literally just, like, the flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool, bro. Like, I thought it gave me like anime vibes.
Is that a real thing you can do?
I think so. Like, if you do it fast, it depends. I know you can do that. You're gonna try it now? Do it. Do it. Hit it.
Did I do it? I don't think we have the right table for this. What's the karate guy's name? Jonathan LaRusso? What's his name? I made you proud. I'll do it again if you want me to do it again. Dude, the TikTok is gonna be so bad.
Let me get back into it. I thought you weren't gonna do it. All right, my bad. Let me get my focus back.
Hey, lock back in.
Okay. I enjoyed the movie, but there were definitely holes. Definitely some holes that I see. There's a reason why. I understand why people hated this movie. I understand why people didn't like it. Because, yes, it was fast-paced, pretty fast-paced, but it wasn't as fast-paced as I thought it was going to be. Because usually with fast-paced movies, you go in, you get instantly to the core of the problem, and then you go to the core of the problem and solve it. But with this, it was more like, I think the thing that helped it for me was him having that fun training montage with the dad and stuff, along with some of the fight scenes.
A good little side quest.
Yeah, but I think the thing that annoys me is you don't really get to know or even understand the villain of this story, or the antagonist, I guess. I don't know. Like, he was just, the person who he's fighting towards the end didn't really make any sense to me. Like, he was from a dojo, but for some reason he was able to be a little bit better of a fighter for him, and he had to get a whole training thing from Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han at the same time, which actually was really
I
fun.
said Jonathan LaRusso. Sorry, Daniel LaRusso.
Daniel LaRusso, yeah. Daniel-san. But, like, I appreciate how, like, they did a whole thing where it's like Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso are arguing over whose karate should be influencing him, and then they found a way to, like, combine it together and be like, yeah, like, one tree with a leading towards a branch or something like that. But I do understand like people not liking it. The other thing that I guess it's one, it was too fast paced, and two, the villain wasn't that good. But also, his character, him wanting to fight, because when you start this movie, you see that he's a very nice and kind like boy. He's not really quick to anger, quick to fight. He's very like chill. So then, when the bully comes in, he just instantly is like, "Oh yeah, if you do this again to her, I'm gonna have to beat your butt." And I was like, "Oh well, I never got a sign that he was like. He seemed super chill. Why all of a sudden is it like?" And it's not like the bully grabbed her or anything. He was just like kind of getting in the way, and he was just like, "Oh, I'll move you, this and that." And I was like, I don't feel like that's his character. And then so it goes on, and there's another instance where they're in the cafeteria, or they're outside, and the bully's like trying to mess with him, and he's trying to walk away, and the bully says something, and he instantly goes, "All right, I'm kicking your butt." And I was like, why? Like, you don't, that doesn't seem like
Yeah,
your
it felt
character.
fast, yeah.
It doesn't seem like this is you. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, he seemed more chill and calm and level-headed. It didn't seem like he's like quick to fight or something like that. I would have liked it at the beginning of the movie where it's like, oh, like a student at Mr. Han's like dojo messed with him, and he was like, "Gosh, I always tell you stop messing with me." He just goes in and starts trying to beat him up. Like, I think a scene like that would have helped with that, but it just didn't make sense for his character. And the last thing I want to say, the small negative, is I believe her name was Ming-Na Wen. He played his mom.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that before I say anything, because I think I might have butchered that.
No, I think you said that correctly. Yeah.
One sec. Let me see. Double checking, because
She's
I want to
in
be
it,
correct. Yes, Ming-Na Wen. I love Ming-Na Wen. The first time I ever saw her was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I love her character. She also can fight. She's a really good fighter. But in this movie, she plays the Karate Kid's mom. She plays Lee Fong's mom. I feel like there were so many chances of her having way more dialogue and way more talking points I just feel like she wasn't really in the movie enough. I feel like she had trauma that should have been a little bit more communicated, because the only thing that was in it was like her other son died, and it seemed like she blamed him for that, Lee Fong. And I was like, they should play into that more. It was more like, oh, we're moving to America, and you better do this, and you better do that. And whenever she heard the word fight, she'd instantly get mad at him, and that was it. But I'm like, I think you should dive more into that. Like, that would have been...
That could have been a good emotional crutch.
It would have been good if it was like, oh, I blame you for like his death and all that. Like, it seemed like she was just bottling it up, and we never got that out. We never did. Instantly, she was like, oh, you need to fight? Okay, fine. I won't be at the tournament. And then obviously later she will be at the tournament. Lucho. But I'm like, we should build up to that. We should see why it's so hard for her to be around that, besides just a flashback of the son dying. But I don't know. I think it was a cool Karate Kid movie, but it should have been explored a little bit more. Shots were good, fights were good, choreography was good, and the moments we had with Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han, perfect. But it just needed a little bit more work. And I think it would
need to be a little deeper, yeah.
Yeah, and also the movie is called Karate Kid Legends. I know that Daniel's son and Mr. Han were there, but I think that we should have had I forgot her name, but the female Karate Kid, along with Jaden Smith, come back.
Bro, Jaden Smith is not doing a movie, bro. Jaden Smith is not. Is he in the movie or no?
He's not, but I wish he was.
That lad is not going to be in a movie. I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah, I know.
Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? I love that clip.
I know, but I think that if we're going to do Legends, we should bring more people
legends.
in.
Yeah,
from, like,
that makes sense. I think that's
what
valid.
Cobra Kai did.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah. But yeah, like overall, I gave it a 6 out of 10 because I did enjoy my time with it.